Good people, what's up? Let's go. Listen, I've been thinking. My homie asked me about this, so I'm gonna weigh in. So I don't know if you know, but South Korea is facing one of the lowest birth rates in the world, and in response, the government is exploring innovative solutions to encourage larger families. One of the more talked about proposal is offering financial incentives that'll go directly to the parents for having children. The idea here is to ease the financial burden of raising kids and help counter the country's rapidly aging population. Now, this approach is a part of a broader effort to boost population growth and secure a sustainable future for the country. But like any major initiative, it's worth considering both the potential benefits and the challenges. On the plus side, offering financial incentives could lead to an increased birth rate, which is the main goal. It could also serve as an economic stimulus, with more children eventually leading to a larger future workforce. Direct payments might help reduce the financial pressure on parents, especially low-income families, making it easier for them to afford having more kids. Additionally, a growing population can help balance the age structure, which would relieve some of the pressure on social welfare systems. There's also the potential for this kind of government support to boost public trust and satisfaction, particularly among young couples who are considering starting a family, perhaps, right? However, there are some downsides to consider. For me, this might be a short-term situation, short-term solution rather. While financial incentives could provide an immediate boost to birth rates, they don't address the deeper social issues like this work-life balance, the high cost of housing, or gender equality. There's also the question of the economic strain. Supporting these incentives in the long run, I imagine, could be a significant burden on the national budget, especially as the population continues to age. Then, of course, there's the risk of inequity, right? These benefits might mainly help those who are already planning to have children, potentially widening economic disparities. Some might see these incentives as insufficient or even missing the mark, believing that money alone can't solve the complex issues surrounding parenthood. I also think there's a possibility for misuse, where some might have children primarily for financial gains without the resources or intent to properly care for said children. So how can we combat these cons? And of course, I know the answers, but I don't know all of them. Here's a thought. One may be taking a comprehensive approach, right? This could include not just a financial aid, but also policies that address work-life balance, like extended parental leave, flexible work hours, and affordable childcare. If they have it expanded, right? Housing assistance could also be key in offering subsidies or affordable options for young families to reduce living expenses, ensuring that these expenses are, sustainable. That's the crucial point too, right? Possibly through diversified funding sources, including public and private partnerships. It's also important to make sure that the distribution of these incentives is targeted and equitable, right? Tailoring them based on income levels. That could help ensure that support reaches those who are truly in need the most, and expanding incentives to include support for education, healthcare, extracurricular activities could benefit all children, not just newborns. What else I was thinking? Cultural and educational campaigns might also play a role, promoting the social and emotional benefits of parenthood rather than focusing solely on the financial incentives. Public engagement will be key here. Bringing communities into conversations about the importance of parenting and child rearing to help align societal values with population goals. If I close, lastly, regular monitoring and evaluation of these policies, right? That could help make necessary adjustments based on feedback and the changing needs, while implementing like a checks and balances that would ensure that incentives are being properly used in a responsible manner. In the end, the goal will be to create a holistic approach that addresses the underlying social, economical, and cultural factors contributing to South Korea's low birth rate. This way, any increase in population growth would be both sustainable and equitable. So those are some of my thoughts. I sat with it for a minute, and I want to share. What do you think? I'd love to hear your take, so feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments. And full speed. Remember, it's all about you. Yeah.